Yeah! Who's having a 3-day weekend? That's what's up. We're so glad you're spending probably the best part of it here with us tonight. Good job, you guys. Good job. I'm trying to take it easy on the barbecue this weekend because I've actually been trying to slim down and lose some weight recently. You know, I said that to a crowd the other night and they all bust out in applause. I was like, you guys are mean. I like you guys better. You guys are like, what? That's crazy. You look amazing. Thanks, you guys. You guys stop. It's too much, you guys. You guys are crazy. But I recently had to give away some clothes that have been too small for me for a while. You know, I gave them to my sister. She was very grateful. I was like, well, my gain is your gain, so enjoy those. Right now when I'm shopping, it feels like I'm applying to colleges again. Like I have some safeties. Those are my bigger sizes. And I have some reaches. A little bit of a smaller size. On my way to the dressing room, I have to give myself a pep talk about it. I'm like, okay, Dana, it's good to try, but you know this one's a reach. Don't be too disappointed if you don't get in. I have some stuff at home on the wait list. I'm like, maybe there'll be space available later. Maybe. Keep hoping. I did actually try exercising like on purpose. The other week I did Zumba. Yeah, alright, some love for Zumba in the house, alright. You know, Zumba has a little tagline. It's ditch the workout, join the party. And I'm like, it's just, I've actually been doing that first part like on my own. Just not really seeing results, honestly, I don't know. It's like I keep seeing commercials for this exercise machine that's like, what makes our machine different is we balance long periods of rest with short bursts of activity. And I'm like, again, it just really seems like I'm doing most of it. I don't know why it's not working for me. But mostly I was just trying to lose weight because I get a little self-conscious about my upper arms. They're a little bit flabby. You guys are like, what now? They look so thin. But like, they're a little flabby, you guys. You're too nice, you guys. But then I recently read that for women, actually, your upper arm size is related to your breast size. So if you have big boobs, you tend to have big arms. So now I'm just like, you want all this, you gotta deal with these. Yeah. Feeling empowered. It feels good to be me, you guys. It really does. Because the world's not always nice to the bigger people. Like, I can't even go into a Target store anymore. Every Target's set up the same. It's very judgmental, honestly. Okay? Target's like this. They got your normal clothes, okay? And then it's plus-size clothes, then maternity, then exercise. I feel there's some messaging there. It's like, hey, you're fat. Are you pregnant? Okay, then you need to exercise. That's your journey. I'm like, dude, not cool, Target. I don't go there for their judgment. I go there to eat popcorn while I shop. Like a normal goddamn American. Yeah, that's right. That's what we're celebrating tomorrow. It's mostly that. But I do have to shop at Target because, like, I'm broke, you know? I work in... Thanks for laughing at my poverty. Be the change, you guys. Should I pass around a bucket? Like, I don't know. But I work at a non-profit. It's okay, hold your applause, it's fine. It's a Jewish non-profit. Yeah, thank you. There's my people over there. And that was cool until all my friends started getting kind of weird and anti-Semitic about it. Because when I got the job, I was like telling everyone I was so excited, and they're like, okay, but do you think you kind of got the job like because you're Jewish? And I'm like, okay, back up. Do you think I'm the only Jew who applied to work at a non-profit? Like, do you think the rest of us were busy applying to be, like, greedy bankers or corrupt landlords, or like steal your Christian babies and put their blood in our matzah. Because those are hobbies. They're not jobs. That's ignorant. Also, I didn't get the job because I'm Jewish. I got it because my mom called after my interview and said what a nice girl I am. That's how you get jobs, am I wrong? Sometimes I have to remind my colleagues to be mindful of how we represent ourselves because we are a Jewish women's organization. The other day my boss wanted me to call like our busy partner important group and tell them to drop everything and find someone for me to split a cab with to go to this conference. And I was like, yes, as a Jewish women's group, let's nag them and then be really cheap about some stuff. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Do you also want me to ask them, have they eaten? Did they bring a sweater? As long as we're going there. But I like where I work, and I was reminded because I ran into a colleague from a former job the other day. And so we were catching up, we're talking about like where we work now, where we live now, and this bitch called me out. Yeah. She was like, oh my god, this is such a DC conversation right now. Has anyone been accused of this? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, what is so shallow and uniquely Washingtonian about asking people what their jobs are? Like, what small talk is taking place outside the district? Is everyone just like, how do you know Lisa? Oh my god, that's so funny. What are your greatest fears and deepest dreams? I just want to know you. I never liked this lady anyways, though, because she's just like so white. You know, like, just blonde hair, blue eyes, her whole family looks the same. Her name's Mallory, her husband's Chad. They have 3 kids, Molly, Mandy, and she was just telling me they just had a son and named him Tanner. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Tanner? Because he won't be. That's like me and this table of lovely white people having a baby together and naming her Ebony. We're like, I don't know, I don't see color, I don't know. What's the problem? It's a big deal. But I was actually out, I was looking for a gift for my boyfriend. He was like homesick, and I think when girls are sick, we get a lot of sympathy. Like, people might check in on us, we might even get flowers out of the deal. When dudes are sick, we just kind of like don't care. So I got him a balloon to cheer him up. It's one of those balloons that says, it's a girl because he's being a little bitch. You need to get his shit together and get back to work. So after we broke up, I'm back on the dating scene, just like looking for a new father figure for my cat. What we're all looking for, I think. One thing that stuck with dating is you have to do so much texting before you even meet someone. And like, I'm a pretty good texter, not to brag. The one mistake I often make is I'll text the word live instead of love. It's really easy to do, but can actually get creepy like very quickly. The other day this dude was like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood, do you want me to stop by your show? And I was like, sure, I'd live to see you. This other time this dude was like, hey, I know we said coffee, but it's summer, like, do you want to get froyo? And I'm like, sure, I'd live froyo. Like, I don't know what that means, but I just felt that I had committed. So I was like, you want to get froyo casually? This is my life. I live this shit every day. I don't know what that means. It might just mean I'm really privileged. I don't know. I don't really know. I did score a date at like a fancy Chinese restaurant the other night. I had the Lazy Susan and everything. And I love Lazy Susans, but I always feel really bad for the original Susan it was named after. Like, do you think to this day she's like, Jesus Christ, I couldn't reach something one time? Her dad's like, I'm gonna invent this thing and just name it after a bad character trait and your first name. It just feels very unfair. Like, it's not like we call napkins a sloppy Danny. It's not like a doggy bag's a fat Gerald. Like, it's not fair. All right, are you guys ready to keep the show going? Yes! Excellent. Good, me too. I don't know what I would have done if you guys